Good day, fellow roamers, and welcome to Roaming Recess, the weekly show where I talk to the camera about the weekly going-ons of the channel, about stuff that I'm thinking about news that happened in the world of gaming. Today my voice is a little bit hoarse, but we're going to get through that, and also, I no longer have a beard, so now I can no longer get into pubs as easily. I actually have to bring around my ID. It's not easy, guys. It's not easy having a shaved face. You know, it's not easy. So basically, getting out the boring stuff out of the way, talking about the performance of the channel. I like to do this every week just because I like to thank you guys for actually making this channel perform well. And one of the things I can talk about is that the watch time has been up, the views have been up incredibly since last week, and the like ratio has been up as well. And I think that has a lot to do with Resident Evil 6. I think a lot of people like Resident Evil 6, and that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Like it's awesome that people like Resident Evil 6. I was keeping an eye on the audio levels, but you can't really hide it in this type of format. I'm excited to keep Resident Evil 6 going. Dark Souls 3 is coming out in 7 days exactly today. Today is Tuesday, guys, as we know. Exactly 7 days, and we're gonna have Dark Souls 3. I'm excited about Dark Souls 3. I don't know how excited about Dark Souls 3 you guys are, but I'm pretty goddamn excited. 7 days away until a brand new, Let's Play. A brand new, outlook on Dark Souls. Apparently it's a goodbye to the series, according to Ben Moore. I'm not too happy about it being a goodbye to the series, but it kind of needs to say goodbye before it becomes one of those series where it's like, oh, Dark Souls 15, the revelation, Nothing against Resident Evil. I love Resident Evil. The Revelation games are actually pretty good. But I do not want it to become... Also, just to let people know, Twilight Princess HD has pretty much been cancelled on the channel, and that's a really sad thing to say, to ever have to cancel a series. I've had to do it before. I had to do it with Phantom Hourglass, but Phantom Hourglass is kind of just on the shelf. I think I might go back to that at some point. But with Twilight Princess, I think it was getting to people that, the first time they watched that I'm not good at puzzles. I'm not good at figuring out puzzles like that. Like, if it comes to, Resident Evil, I can do puzzles like that, but, the puzzles in this are not hard, but they take a couple of minutes for me to actually realize what they are, and then I realize I'm really stupid. And I think a lot of people realize I was really stupid before I even realized myself that I was really stupid. But, Zelda's not done on the channel. We might go back to Twilight Princess HD. I don't know, you guys. If you guys want it, we'll go back to Twilight Princess HD, but I'm not sure if people actually want it. I will finish it by myself, and I will, just in case, record me finish it by myself, just because I don't want to miss out anything, just in case people actually want to see that. This is not an Ocarina of Time type of thing, because Ocarina of Time was not cancelled in the least. Ocarina of Time was put on hold for a very long time. In fact, it was put on hold for 4 months. The last episode was uploaded in August, and the episode of, I like to think season 2 was uploaded in December. So yeah, it's cancelled. It's done. It's done unless you guys want it not to be done. It's pretty much done. So one of the biggest things that came out of the news this week is it probably has to be the NX. How that the Wii is going to be discontinued at the end of the year. And of course, I love my Wii U. I have the Wii U there, and the idea that a whole console is going to be discontinued kind of reminds me of, Nintendo kind of have done this before, right? They discontinued the Wii, even though that you can probably get a Wii somewhere, but they discontinued the Wii, but they still launched titles on that up to the last breath, which I think is kind of unfair. It's very unfair on the game developers. It's very unfair on this. You should be able to cut a deal with them and say, hey, how about you make a game for our new console? We'll pay you a bit extra. One of the games which I think is actually really amazing, and it's actually one of the best games I've ever played, is Pandora's Tower. And if you haven't played it, you should play it. It was brought on the Wii, right at the last breath of the Wii, and it didn't get a Wii U release. And that's unfortunate, because it's an amazing game, and it deserves a Wii release. It recently got a virtual console release, but as we all know, it's not the same as a full promoted release on the Wii U. And obviously, it kind of makes sense that at the end of the year, we're going to see the NX, or whatever it's going to be called, and we're going to see Zelda Wii U and Zelda NX. And of course, I don't know which one I'm going to buy. I don't know which one I'm going to buy, really. It's an awkward situation for many reasons, and I think one of the main reasons it's really awkward is that you know, if you're playing on the Wii U, are you playing an inferior version of Zelda Wii U? And it's not even called Zelda Wii, it's going to be called Zelda. That's what I guarantee you it's going to be called The Legend of Zelda. I guarantee you that's what the name's going to be. It's going to be like a reboot or something like that, something stupid like that. But what do you guys think about that, guys? Because, like, honestly, I don't know what to think. Kind of reminds me of the PS 4.5. There's so many new... Basically, we're almost guaranteed that there's going to be 3 new consoles coming out at the end of the year, and they're all pretty similar to the old consoles we have, just more powerful. And to that I say, like, the technology to make the PS4 playing 4K was around in 2013, I believe. It would have been more expensive, but it was around. Same with the Xbox One. Same with the Wii U, could have been more powerful as well. But I think the Wii U made a mistake of trying to compete with the PS3 and Xbox 360 and not the PS4 and the Xbox One, because they didn't really know about it at that time when they started developing it. I guess also what's really big about this as well is that there's Pokken Tournament, which actually just released on the Wii U and actually saw a surge in sales, like an uprising in sales for the Wii U, up by 157%. Now, I have been asking around a few games journalists on Twitter. I've been tweeting a few people, and a lot of people seem to think that it won't matter, you know, and it probably won't matter, but it's still kind of a cool thing to see that people are still buying a Wii U, and the people that just bought Wii U for Pokken Tournament may actually see that Pokken Tournament is the game that they're going to play. It's like the way people bought PS4 just to buy the new Call of Duties, even though it comes out on PS3, but you know what I mean? It's like, you buy one console to play one game, and if that's true, that's fine. If not, I can see them getting kind of upset by that. And if so, I don't know, guys. I would never buy a console obviously for one game. I know a lot of people are going to say, why did you buy PS4 then? Because you bought it for Bloodborne. But I bought that PS4 because, you know, I'm pointing at it here, that's why I'm looking at it. I bought the PS4 because a lot of games come out on the PS4 that I like, a lot of JRPGs, a lot of Japanese games that I really want to play, and they don't come out on the Xbox One. Again, what do you guys think about the NX? Do you think you're going to buy an NX? Do you think you're going to actually, like, go out and spend your hard-earned money again on another console? Like, it's kind of crazy, you know? I probably don't know if I'm going to buy PS4.5 or NX. Like, I'm going to have to see more before I make a definite decision. And, of course, the games are going to matter, too. Are we just getting NX? Is the NX just going to be another third-party console machine that, like the Xbox One or PS4? Is there any point to buying the NX? Because it sounds like the NX, at the end of this year, because of the PS4.5 and the Xbox upgradable, will be outdated again. Like, unless they do another upgrade in 3 years, like it's silly. This console arms race is being won by Sony. We can't deny it, but we're gonna have to see. We're gonna have to see what the NX can do, because I heard it can be even more powerful than it actually already is. You know. To basically close out all of this episode, because I don't have much other to talk about. I'm going to talk about 2 things actually. First of all, I'm just going to talk about, I watched WrestleMania the other night. WrestleMania was pretty awesome. I stayed up until like 5 a.m. watching that show, and it wasn't that good. It just wasn't that good of a WrestleMania, man. Yeah, I don't watch any of the weekly shows, any weekly wrestling shows, or like the pay-per-views at all, but like there's just something special about watching, like, it's like not watching football the whole year and watching the Champions League. You're not watching American football all year and watching the Super Bowl. It's just something special, you know. It's just something special. I do those types of things. Like, I watch the World Series, I watch, you know, all that stuff, just because it's the last time, you know, that's going to happen for that year, and there's gonna, you know, it's special. It's really special. And what I gotta say is, again, as always, thank you guys. Thank you guys for making this channel a little bit more successful than it was last week, and that's awesome. It's a big deal for me. It's a big deal for me. We're like 4 away or 3 away from 200 subscribers. When that actually happens, you're gonna get a separate video of me thanking you in a very special way. I'm gonna try and make it a sketch. I might make some sketch, and I'm gonna be very genuine at the end. You guys blow my mind what you've done for me in the past 2 weeks. You've gotten me from 186 to 196 in a week. So thank you very much for that. This has been Roman Recess. I'm not sure what else I can really talk about other than thank you guys. And I'll see you in the next Roman Recess. I kind of realized that I just ended the show without even talking about anything personal. I think that this show is kind of not just for me talking about the news and what I think about the news. It's also about me talking about stuff that's happening in my life for the week. I forgot about that. I really actually forgot about that. Why I kind of started this whole thing. And this week I went back to college after a lengthy absence, a long lengthy absence, and met a bunch of my friends. I met my friend Richie, my friend Liz, my friend Adam. You know, all were there. It was a pretty awesome day. My friend Adam Clark. You know, goddamn, I said his full name. You know, pretty good time. They of course, as always, make me feel welcome when I'm not been there for a long time and I come back, and of course it snaps into all of us just making fun of each other for a full day. But it seems that a lot of people don't actually get to have this in their lives, and I totally realized that. And I didn't have this in my life. I didn't have a bunch of friends in my life for the longest time. From the age of like 12 to 16, I sat in my room and just played video games. Now I sit in my room and play video games, but I have friends that will do it with me. It was a pretty cool moment because, you know, when you don't see your friends for the longest time, you want to be that girly girl to go, you know, that girl that screams in the shopping mall when they see their friend who they saw like the other day, but you kind of have to keep your composure, but inside you're like, God, I really want to see this person. And you know, I never thought I'd have friends like these guys, but I have friends like these guys, so it's pretty awesome. And yeah, I guess that's the personal story for the week. I don't like to go too personal, of course, because I like to leave the bubble intact. Of course, the bubble that is this channel where everything is gaming and good and nice and kind. So yeah, the questions of the week, I guess, are, as I said, are you going to buy an NX? You know, are you going to buy an NX? Are you happy with the NX? Do you think that Pokken Tournament actually does affect the way the Wii U is going to sell? Like, it's already affected it, but do you think it's going to affect the way they look at the Wii U? Are they going to change the way they're going to discontinue the Wii U? Are they going to keep updating Pokken Tournament? What's going to happen to Splatoon? All this stuff. And of course, you know, guys, don't, you know, if you ever think about ruining your social life, don't do it, like, because it's so important. It's so important to like, talk to anybody. It doesn't matter if it's a fucking friend, if it's a cousin, or if it's anyone. It's so important. And just be you and stuff, you know, because that's the only way that you're going to actually get anywhere in life and in anything. Just be you. Just be you, like, you know, he says as he extends his arms out like Jesus. Oh my God. Thank you guys for watching. This has been Roman Recess. Another video next week. Leave what I should talk about in the comment section, because there's not that much to talk about in terms of news this week. Yeah. Thank you guys. Thank you.